your dreams, is going to come down to that. And that's when you're going to make the decision. Say, here's my vision for the future. This is what I foresee. And I'm going to go out and get it. And I remember when we first got started in the business, our vision was like this. But our minds were expanded by the possibilities of what this business could offer through a proven, simple business model. That works. It's been around for 40 plus years. There's many success stories that have come into this business and have built a passive income around their families. And when that vision was casted to us, I brought into the vision. Many other team members like Mark that's on this call right now bought into that vision from the very beginning. We didn't even know how to spell Herbalife. But what we did know is that this was an opportunity of a lifetime. It was growing. It is still, today's growing faster than it was back then. The opportunity is greater now than it was back then, 7 years ago. The online fitness space right now is exploding. Forget the fitness trainers. Just think about the everyday Joe Blow that just wants to have a really healthy body. And once that vision is attached to you and you start to think to yourself, this could be me, this could be for me. Why can't I earn $30,000 a month? Why am I thinking about it like this? Why don't I start thinking about it like this? And growing your vision. And at the very beginning, when you don't have a vision, borrow your mentor's vision. Borrow somebody else in the organization, borrow their vision. Because I can honestly tell you this, if you're taking down notes, write this in your notes. Once the mind's expanded, it'll never go back to its original form. Once the mind's expanded, it'll never go back to its original form. And that is exactly what happened to us at the very beginning. Our mind got expanded. We were scared. We didn't know what to do. We didn't know how to speak to customers or prospect. We didn't know how to prospect. We didn't know how to run these Zoom calls. We didn't have a team. We started where we all have started. We all start in the same position, and that's a beautiful thing about Herbalife. I didn't start with a team of 500 people. I started where I am, just me, myself, and I. And then from myself, we went out and we just started to get trained, and we started to implement what we were learning. And we were committed. Our upline, the person that sponsored us in the business and was training us, is from the UK, now living in Dubai. So when they were doing weekly team calls, it was 5 o'clock in the morning on a Friday morning. Guess who was up at 5 o'clock in the morning on a Friday morning? We were. Mark and I were there, regardless of the situation. Regardless that I had to be on site at 7 p.m. because back then I was still working in construction. Don't look at Buddy now working at in Herbalife. I was still getting up to site. I had to go to site. I was running a team of boys. But as I'm driving to site, I had training plugged in my ear. I was listening to Jim Rohn. I was listening to Mark Hughes, the founder of the company. I was listening to about how to sell the product. I was listening about different tactics to do, and then I would go and implement them. And just in the cracks of my day, I would reach out to a couple of people, and I would generally reach out to them via text message or phone call because I didn't have social media. So when you start to think about how you're getting started and where you're getting started, embrace the opportunity. Have a vision for yourself. Smash the products like your financial freedom depends on it. And you just got to get to work. You just got to execute. You know, I said this morning on a live video that I did on social media. I said, for all those people getting started that are doing this all day long, we're scrolling. We're scrolling, and then we're looking at Abdul as an example. And I say Abdul, and I think this guy's awesome, man. Look at what he does. Look at his post. Look at it. Wow, man, this guy's an expert. And then I scroll, find the next person. I look, man, wow, 30,000 followers. Look at all their engagement. Shit. And then what we do, we think to ourselves, I can't do this. So my message on my live video was, good is good enough. Just get started. You can build your audience. You can build your followers. You can build the likes. Just start where you're at. But the most important thing is you've got to have a vision of where you're heading. Have a vision that it's so clear, that it's compelling, that you can cast that vision early, often, and consistently. I'm going to say that again. You want to have a vision and you want to cast that vision early, often, and consistently. Because people buy visions, they don't buy products. People buy you, they don't buy the product. And what I mean by that is what your outcome is, or what you want your outcome to be, is what people will buy into. So share your story. If you don't have a story just yet, share other people's stories. But get excited. You know, I was talking to Ibstar before. Three days on the products, maximum. 3 days on the products. Could be 4. How do you feel? Because I feel amazing. That's a story. That's a story.
100%.
That is the story. So if Ibstar goes, all right, I want to go out and get some clients, that's his story. I just started with Herbalife. I've been in the products for 3 days. I felt sluggish. I feel amazing now. It's the best. That's it. He doesn't need to explain how many vitamins and minerals. He doesn't need to explain, what it does, where the product comes from. He probably doesn't even know, because it's only been 3 days. But he knows how he feels. And guess what? People will buy his energy. And that's why we always say is that you've got to become the product of the product. I was having a chat, and I've shared this story many times, but I was having a chat with a team of people. And I said, it's not happening. The product is not selling in our gym. So I made a very quick question. I said, who here in the gym is using the products?
Hands down.
No fitness trainer, even the owner. Oh, well, I just have a shake. I just have some tea. That's the problem. That's the problem.
And they think you're full of shit when you say that.
Yep.
That's the problem. Not the problem they're not having it, is they don't want to take any advice.
Exactly. And the thing is, Mark, like to echo what you said, it's not even just Herbalife. You could be a gym owner. You could have a smoothie bar like you do, Mark. If you're not in love with your smoothie bar, people are going to come. If you own an F45, Abdul, your online training, if you're not in love with what you do and you don't think that you're the master at it, then you're not going to convince people to come to you. You're not going to do that.
That's why I wrote, people will buy how you feel about what you're doing, not so much what you're doing, and it's how you feel, your energy. You said it earlier, Ibstar's energy, it's how you feel about it. They're going to buy your energy. They're going to buy your excitement. I still, if you don't mind me sharing, I still remember my first client cousin jumped in, maybe a member, he signed up. He didn't know anything about Herbalife, but when I was speaking to him, I can honestly tell you there's about 100 miles an hour words were coming out of my mouth. I didn't know what I was saying. I had no idea what I was saying. But David Abiraj was like, man, I don't know what you're on, but whatever it is, man, I love your energy. Yeah, let's do it. It's about how you feel. But when one takes the products and one doesn't take the products, guess what happens? The one that takes the products keep going, blah, 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 and everyone buys into how they feel. And the one that doesn't, well, it doesn't happen for them. Just like the gym owner and the gym trainers and the personal trainers that Buddy was just talking about. It's crazy, guys. It's Ipsa, welcome to the group, and congratulations, you're on the products for a few days. Man, the more you take, the more you make. That's all I'm going to say to you. Because you're welcome, mate. And you just can't replace that. You can't replace that. The more you take, the more you make. The reason people struggle is because they tend to on, off, some on, some of the stuff, not all of the stuff. I remember from day one, I was like going to go supervisor and I couldn't do it. I was thinking, I can't do it. Buddy calls me as my coach and my mentor. And I said, oh, I can't afford it. And I didn't do it. And then Eddie rang me. He goes, bro, are you in or you're out? Do you want to do this or not? Take everything. Don't take just the shake. Don't just take the tea. Get on everything. The more you can get on. Because what happens is people will buy how you feel. And how you feel when you're taking everything is insane. So it's only a matter of time, guys, as long as